Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first,
take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. All right, family. Hey. Take your breath, drink your water, do all the stuff you need to do. It is time for Gye-nyame Journey Media. Family, you are standing in the congregation of the mighty, home of the stubborn minority, place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother High Tim. Of course, you know this is a harvesting production all day, every day. We strive to blow up, blow down, blow away your old paradigms, because we being held hostage. Being held hostage to this foolishness. Hey, family, it's time for us to start plugging into our culture, changing our paradigms, learning how to look at ourselves in the way we need to look at ourselves so that we can build the world that we need to build. So, here's your Gye-nyame Daily Principle Guide content package for Umoja, or for the uninitiated, Monday, January 26, 2026. Based on the fractal calendar 2026, this date marks the beginning of the week of Ujamaa. And the date itself is Umoja, so great Umoja to you. Umoja, for those uninitiated, means unity. The color is purple, right? So let's get into it. Hey, put the camera down. No selfies. Calm down. Greeting tribe. Today we stand at a powerful intersection. We are stepping into the week of Ujamaa, the principle of building and sharing wealth. But we begin this journey on the day of Umoja, which is unity. Right? Now I want to go back to this Ujamaa because we really need to have true conversations about Ujamaa and its relation to this capitalistic system. Right? When we talk about cooperative economics, we need to really look at what economics are, and then we need to look at the resources that we have, because many times we only equate the resources with our financial resources when that is so limiting to us, right? It's so limiting to us. We don't produce the money. They could make the money. They have a literal sovereign government that is backed by military, so they could print as much money as they want. We cannot rely on their money for us to move. So when we talk about Ujamaa, we really have to sit back and look at the other resources that we have. Of course, we can always talk about the financial resources, but there are other forms of resources that we're not even plugging into, that we're not even thinking about, right? All right, so the principle of building and sharing wealth, that's Ujamaa. But we begin this journey on the day of Umoja, unity. This alignment is not a coincidence, it's a lesson. Each one of these is a lesson. Each one of them is a powerful alignment. The universe is telling us that before we can build an economy, we must build a community. Before we build an economy, we first must build a community. Too often we rush towards the economics without doing the work of cooperation. We chase the bag, but we forget the bond. But the wisdom of the Nguzo Saba teaches us that you cannot trade with a fist, and you cannot build a nation with strangers. True wealth isn't just in the currency we hold, it's in the connections we keep. If you are feeling isolated in your grind today, or if you feel like you are carrying the weight of your family or business alone, pause. Take a breath. Remember that unity is not about everyone being the same. It's about everyone aiming in the same direction. Today, look at the people around you, your family, your team, your community, not as obstacles to your peace, but as the very foundation of your prosperity. Before we count our dollars this week, let us count on each other. All right. Do you feel like you are walking this path alone, unsure of where you fit in the larger picture? All right, anime, I'm already doing it. Calm down. I invite you to get your Nguzi Saba narrative map. It will help you find your way by clarifying exactly where you stand and where your energy is best spent. And please do it because anime is on my back. There she go again. All right. Now support the mission. If this message feeds you and it feeds your spirit, help us keep the fire burning. I invite you to become a supporting member of the Daily Spark and join our circle. Become one of the candle lighters. That's what we call the people that's in our support. Both links are down in the description. And this message has been approved by Simba. Go ahead. Thank you, Simba. All right. So, first proverb. Usually these proverbs are, you heard them before. So, when spiders' webs unite, they can tie up a lion, right? A single spider web is fragile. A breath can break it. But when you layer together, they become a trap strong enough to subdue the king of beasts. Your individual effort might feel small or fragile today, but when you weave your skills, your dollars, and your spirit with your community, you become an unbreakable force capable of conquering lions. The lions of poverty, the lions of oppression, the lions of despair, the lions of depression, right? Come on now. We could beat them, right? Tell them, Simba. I know Simba don't like that. He's like, why you got to use a lion? Why you can use... come on, man. Calm down. All right. Let's move on.
It's the proverb.
Oh, man. Oh, man. It's time. I hope y'all ready. Because these proverbs, proverb detective don't be playing. The proverb of the day. Now, for those of you that are in the Telegram group, you will get the daily report. You're going to get it a day in advance, right? Because this is so much information that you need to really study up on these proverbs because the research that goes into each one of them is just outstanding. Now, this one, I like how it was put together, right? So let's go. Of course, we know the date is January 26, 2026. We on Umoja, right? The intersection of Umoja, Unity, and Ujamaa. So it sets this whole thing up like a trial, like a crime scene, right? So here we go. Greeting, tribe. If you are reading this, you're looking at a specific coordinate in time. The date is January 26, 2026. On the fractal calendar, this date marks the beginning of the week of Ujamaa, Cooperative Economics, yet the day itself is governed by Umoja. And that's unity for, some of y'all that's not initiated, right? To the untrained eye, this is just another Monday. Now, I know somebody out there rubbing their hands talking about heels, push-ups. I'm talking to the uninitiated here. But to the forensic investigator of wisdom, this is a crime scene. This is a proverb detective talking. Where a vital truth has been buried, the crime is the modern delusion that you can build an economy without building a community. We have been sold the myth of the self-made man, the idea that economic success is a solo climb. I've been harping on it. I'm going to continue harping on it, family. I'm going to continue harping on that, right? We have been sold bad goods. The evidence, however, suggests otherwise. Ancestors argued that wealth is not a solitary accumulation, but a relational flow. Today, we open the case file on relational economics. So here you go. It says Exhibit A. Our investigation begins in the hills of KwaZulu-Natal with a Zulu aphorism that functions less like a less like a folk saying and more like a law of physics. I'm going to try to say it. It says Azandala Zayaganzana. Hands wash each other. Hands wash each other. At first glance, it seems simple, but let's break it down anatomically. I want you to try an experiment. Attempt to wash your right hand using only your right hand. I know some of you smarty pants is out there going to do it, but I want you to get the point. Don't want you to try to outsmart Brother Hatem or outsmart the same, because some of y'all just too smart sometimes, right? You can rub it against your thigh or scrape it against a wall, but you cannot scrub the palm. You cannot clean the spaces between the fingers. You cannot achieve purification alone. You cannot achieve purification alone. You cannot achieve purification alone. To get the hand clean, you need the friction, the opposition, and the dexterity of the left hand. This proverb establishes a critical economic reality. Unity is functional. It is not just a nice to have emotional state. It's a mechanical necessity for cleaning up, solving problems, removing debt, building wealth, all that stuff, cleaning up. In the Western economic model, we are taught to be a rational actor, individual maximizing our own gain. But the proverb introduces the relational actor. The relational actor knows that if their neighbor's hands remain dirty, or this is a metaphor for being poor, they cannot help wash yours when the time comes. Therefore, your safety is inextricably linked to their solvency. A single proverb is a clue. A pattern of proverbs is a law. When we look across the diaspora, we find the same testimony repeated in different tongues. In Haiti, right? They talk about the physics of wealth. Yan sil doit pas qua manger kelalo, right? One finger cannot eat okra. Kalalula? I don't know, right? Okra, kalalua, is slippery. It represents the elusive nature of wealth or success. If you try to scoop it up with one finger in the individual effort, it will slide away. To capture the sustenance, the finger must come together to form a cup. This is the structural argument for Ujamaa. You physically cannot hold wealth in isolation, right? One bangle does not jingle. A single bracelet makes no sound. This is from the Congo. In the marketplace, you need to make noise to be heard. You need a present. A single dollar, one bangle, is silent. But when pooled with other, it creates a jingle. It commands attention. This is the argument for capital aggregation, right? So here we go. This is not just ancient history. This philosophy is the operating system for one of the most resilient economic engines in the Southern Hemisphere, the Stokvel. In South Africa, during the years of exclusion, when banks refused to wash the hands of black citizens, the people did not collapse. They turned to each other. They formed rotating saving clubs called Stokvels. We also know about the Susus, right? The mechanism, 12 people put 1,000 rand into a pot. Every month, one person takes the 12,000 rand lump sum. The scale today, this informal economy is estimated to be worth 45 billion rand, or 3 billion annually. There are no contracts, no credit checks. The collateral is in Ubuntu. If you don't wash the other hand, you are socially bankrupt. This proves that trust is a currency. The Stokvel converts social unity, Umoja, into liquid capital, Ujamaa. So, what is the verdict for us today? On January 26, 2026, the investigation concludes that the self-made path is the dead end. As we enter this week of Cooperative Economics, the fractal calendar demands that we stop trying to eat the okra with one finger. Now, here we go. 3 things I need you to do. 1, identify your other hand. Who is the person or group that provides the friction you need to get clean? 2, audit your circle. Are you a single bangle trying to make noise? Or are you part of a choir? And 3, build the bond. Before you try to build a business with someone, build the community. wash their hands so they can be ready to wash yours. And with that, we say case closed. My God. That proverb detective is cold, but hey, I still need to ask. The proverb of the day is hands wash each other. And the question I have is, what does it mean to you? You are now listening to Gye-nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.